Hey everyone, welcome home. Today I am on the Redrow development of Ash Holt at Newton Garden Village. We're just 8 miles away from Nottingham city centre, and today I'm showing you around Richmond. Newton Garden Village is Redrow's first garden village development in the East Midlands. It's a concept that aims to create freestanding, self-sustaining development that seeks to address the environmental impacts brought about by house building, bringing together its placemaking principles of community, locality, accessibility, mixed use facilities, nature, all sorts for all of the people living on the development. Redrow's garden villages embrace a better way of living, blending unique heritage with the best parts of contemporary living. Newton Garden Village sees 528 3, 4 and 5 bedroom homes built on the former RAF Newton base, which means the land is a brownfield site, and once complete the development will feature plenty of green open spaces including traditional village greens, wildlife areas and communal allotments. Redrow will also be building a new primary school, community hall and sports pitches as part of the development. Let's go through into the living area, the lounge. So Redrow are one of the most successful and acclaimed developers in the UK. They've been around since 1974. They've won endless awards, and their properties as a whole focus on character, heritage. They have features that you won't find in other new builds. So I always say this, the skirting boards are slightly higher. For some reason I like to use the word chunky. They're not chunky, they're just slightly higher just to give that little bit of character. And you'll probably notice that the ceilings in here are so incredibly high. So with the Richmond, something that I love is the super impressive bay window. This follows through upstairs, and there's also some other little quirks in this house that I think you're really going to like. So this is the living space, the lounge. It's a very sizable room, very, very impressive. You could fit pretty much whatever furniture you would like in here. And then we move back out onto the hallway, which again is such an impressive size. There is so much storage in this property. We have one cupboard here, there is another as you walk through the door, and then this door here leads through to the downstairs cloakroom. A great size, all accessible, which is brilliant. And then let me show you, actually there's a couple stars of this property. I was going to say the star of the property, but there's one upstairs as well that I'll save until the end. But let me show you the kitchen, dining, living space. Look at this. This is just the dream. So the idea with the Richmond is you can use the space in so many different ways. So at the back of the house here, the room spans the width of the property. We have currently set up a dining space, a snug kind of living area, or I guess a more informal living space, and then the kitchen. However, the way if I lived here, say if you were maybe two young professionals, you could have an office at either end if you wanted and have like a communal workspace. But for a family, I just think this is such an amazing space. In this house, we have a double fridge freezer, which is incredibly impressive. All of the built-in appliances, everything in here has been done to such a high standard. There is definitely some add-ons in this property. I'll pop in the description box what is standard and what has been added on, but oh my goodness, this kitchen is an absolute dream. And then we walk through to the dining space. So as you can see, there's a lot of color. So Redrow as a whole, they're really good at following trends, but kind of trends that last. So there's a lot of earthy tones in this property. The colors are beautiful. There's no gray, there's no like, you know, white everywhere. It's a really homely, warm property. And then we come through to the utility space, which in my opinion, in a house of this size is just essential. We've got worktop space, and then in here, they've got it set up with washer dryer, which I think is perfect. I love a utility room that you can shut the door on. You do not want to hear your washer dryer. We have a sink, access out via the back door, and in here as well there is actually access through to the garage, which is really handy. And then behind here we have a closet as well. Honestly, the cupboard space in this property is so incredibly impressive. There's no reason for there to be stuff anywhere. All your belongings would have a place. So let's head through and have a look at the Snug. So as I said, this space is super interchangeable. You could literally do whatever you wanted. I mean, I love how they've got this set up. It's just a kind of informal living room. You could have this as a playroom. You could even have this side as the dining room if you wanted to. Maybe have the other side as an office. But there is, yeah, so much you can do with it. There are bifold doors here out onto the garden. Obviously you've got your patio. This is just such a beautiful space. I mean, one of my favorite views of this space is from this corner because you can just see the kitchen, you've got all of this in front of you. It truly is beautiful, and for me this is definitely a dream property. I remember looking around Richmond, gosh, maybe 5 years ago, and just thinking, oh my goodness, I would not change a thing. It really is phenomenal. I mean, I'll link down below to the listing of this particular property. Obviously they have them up and down the country, but have a look at the floor plan. And I don't know about you, but like I said, there is just nothing I would change. They're brilliant. So let's head through and I will show you upstairs. Look at this landing. It is so impressive. This house has 4 bedrooms. So I'm gonna start with bed 4 and then we will work our way back up because the primary bedroom is a piece of art in my opinion. So let me show you bedroom 4. This is a really nice shaped room. As you can see, the earthy tones have carried on throughout in the decor, but something that's really cool in this room is the built-in office space. So this has been done by Hammonds. It is an extra that you can add on with Redrow, and just really forward thinking in my opinion. Obviously there's a lot more of us working from home now, but even I think as like a teenager's bedroom, just having the space to revise, having that, you know, the dedicated space, I just think is a really great addition to the room. So we obviously have, all of the rooms are double rooms of course, but there's also this extra little bit of space here, which I think is just really nice to have as like a reading nook. That's really lovely, but it's these little things that make it feel way more homely and characterful. Let me show you bedroom 3. So it's diagonally across the hallway. I just think this is so impressive. And again, a really great sized room. It's currently set up as a girl's room, well, anyone's room, but in very kind of feminine colours, and a really, really good size. You can see we've got a double bed. They're just really light, bright, airy rooms. All of the rooms have room for built-in wardrobes, so I guess you would potentially do this here, although I love the dresser setup they've got going on. It's a really lovely warm room. So let's head to bedroom 2, but en route we have the family bathroom. Now, before I head in here, if you are an avid watcher of Welcome Home, then I'm sure you're going to know what I'm going to say, but this particular bathroom is so impressive because we have a separate walk-in shower and separate bath. If you know me or you know about our channel, you'll know for me something that really shows a property of a really good standard is when the bath and the shower are separate. I just love it. So a really good sized bathroom. It really feels very luxurious. And then we head through to bedroom 2 with more storage en route. And we have another ensuite, which is really cool. I'll show you that first. A really nice touch if you were to have maybe multiple adults living in the property or maybe a teenager. Of course, we have a shower. And then the bedroom itself. So at the moment in here, they've got it set up with built-in wardrobes, so you can kind of see how that would work. I personally think it's a great addition to any room. It's really nice to have a dedicated space to put your belongings. So of course we have the bed in here set up, and then around here we have the built-in wardrobes. I just don't think you can go wrong with having built-in wardrobes in a property. I think it's such a nice touch. And then we head back out onto the landing, and it's time for the masterpiece. Well, I don't know if this is better than the kitchen. I feel like they really do match each other in how impressive they are. Welcome to the primary bedroom. Look at this. The bay window is just so unbelievably impressive, and of course that follows how it is downstairs. We have the bed in the center of the room. It is such a large space. You could even, if you didn't want a dresser in here, you could have a sofa in here. There's definitely room for a sofa in the bay. This is more than just a bedroom. This is a space to relax, a space to kind of escape. And then we of course have the ensuite, which is just as impressive. In here we have the walk-in shower, we have the double vanity unit, which I think this, again, it's just another luxury that you don't tend to find in a new build property. And just Redrow have taken that and they've noted that it's something that really, I mean, I, as a customer, I've lived in a Redrow property before, I really do see as a luxury, and I love that they've done that. In here is the final thing I had to show you of this house. See if you can guess, or maybe leave a comment down below what is behind this door before I show you. But for me, this is such a selling point. Oh my goodness. we have a walk-in closet. Now, I would love to just turn a whole bedroom into a closet. I think that's amazing. However, if you have someone living in the bedroom, you can't really do that. So this again just follows through with the whole feel of it being such an impressive, luxurious property. Just having that walk-in closet for a lot of people, me included, is an absolute dream. So I just think this is amazing. It really does give that super high-end feel to the property. It's so impressive. And like I said, we are at Ash Holt, 8 miles away from Nottingham city centre. There are so many gorgeous kind of little market towns and villages around to explore. I will put as much detail down below. And if this property is something you are interested in, Redrow do have them up and down the country. They've got a new estate actually really close to the M25, so if London is your thing, I'll pop a little direct link to that so you can see there. But yeah, thank you so much for watching. We are also touring another of the Redrow properties soon, so make sure you subscribe to see that, and see you next time. Bye.